What's up, guys? Today we're talking about the attribute angles. Now, angles has been surrounded by controversies for as long as I've played this game. Some goalies swear by it. Some goalies say it doesn't do anything. Today we're going to break it down and take a look at it. Now, before we get into that, I want to actually define angles because I have a feeling that not a lot of people really understand what angles are referring to when we're talking about goaltending. Now, the definition of angles are defined as the goalie's ability to be lined up between the puck and the middle of the net. So the goal for a goalie is to have an equal amount of net on both sides. Now in game, this is represented with that blue line connecting the puck to the back of the net, and your angle is controlled by your positioning, and that's what your depth is and if your chest is squared up to the puck. Now a lot of that is controlled by us using the left stick. The only thing that is automated is the way our goalie turns to track the puck. Before we get started, I just want to say that both goalies are the same height and they're a butterfly goalie. The one goalie is a baseline goalie. He has 65 attributes, and that's it. No points added to anything. And the other goalie has 65 everything except angles, which are maxed. Okay, so we're going to check the puck tracking ability, and you'll see I got the dual screens up here. On the left in the black, we have 65 angles. On the right in the white, we have 84 angles, which is maxed out. And you'll see right away, it almost looks like my goalie does not track the puck. Now, the skater did take an alternate route, which is not ideal. And you'll see it kind of seems like without angles, we're a little behind the play just a little bit. That's what it looks like. However, let's slow it down. The puck carrier brings the puck behind the net. Our goalie with max angles on the right is facing him. In the next frame, he has already turned to face the puck when the puck's behind the net. Now let's look at our goalie on the left with no angles. He's squared up to the puck carrier as he begins to carry behind the net. And then you'll see here in the next frame, he also faces the puck right away when it comes out to the other side. So it's the same. Now, this time around, look at our goalie with max angles on the right. He's delayed in turning his body when the puck comes out from behind the net. I've got this other picture here from a different clip showing a similar situation where the goalie with no angles is delayed as well. So it kind of seems to be the same regardless of if you have angles or not. Now here's the frustrating part. You'll see on the left, my goalie with no angles is very delayed in tracking the puck when he's at the top of his crease, but the goalie on the right with max angles is quick and glued to the puck. I really don't know what to make of these results because they're so inconclusive and they contradict each other so much, it's starting to give me a headache. So let's move on to movement, and you'll see there's not really a difference at all here. On the right with angles, it kind of looks a little quicker, but I honestly think that's just a trick of the camera or the video or connection or something, because in-game I can tell you for a fact that you're not any quicker. So there's no difference. These are just some clips of me facing shots. Once again, in white I have max angles, and in black I have no angles. There's no difference in the way saves are made or the way they're not made. I don't move on some of the shots on purpose. I just wanted to see if my goalie reacted any different. Notice how much slower the game looks when I'm wearing my black jersey. I'm just pointing that out to back up what I said before. It's a fluke of the camera or EA, not angles, having an effect on my goalie. The only other thing to test would be results or performance-based with or without angles, but I can tell you, instead of just crunching the numbers and putting in all these stats, I'm going to tell you that there's no performance boost when using angles. I still play like shit some days. My defense plays like shit sometimes. With or without angles, I'll give up goals or I'll make a ton of saves. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to go ahead and call my results inconclusive. And the only reason I'm going to say that and not say that angles doesn't do anything, which I really think it doesn't, is because of that one fucking clip where my goalie with no angles refused to track the puck. Now, that could be due to how slow that session was in my black jersey. I don't know what was going on with that. It could be that angles affects you only when you're at the top of the crease. That'd be dumb. But you saw the other way when I was deeper in my net that it was the same. It was the same for both goalies, with or without angles. So it's very frustrating. But I mean, if we're being technical, then I can't say no, angles doesn't do anything because of that one clip. But in all fairness, really, I haven't noticed a difference in my play. So just from that, I just want to say it does nothing. It boosts your overall. It may be something that's mental, and you can believe in it all you want. Use it as a mental crutch, but I still believe it's a waste of attribute points. I challenge you, once again, I challenge you to prove me otherwise. Prove me wrong, prove me right, do whatever you want. Replicate the experiment, record it, and show it to me. The people who claim angles works or argue with you haven't done enough testing, and they always just say, oh, it does something. It does something. I don't know what, but something, but they can't prove it. I've played well over 1,000 games at goalie this year. About 250 to 300 of them have been with angles, and I should notice a difference, but I haven't. That brings me back to my 84 theory, and that is every attribute capped at 84 does nothing for your human goalie. That's still my theory, and I'm going to try and prove it. But angles, durability, endurance, aggressiveness, and poke check. I feel like there's one other one. I can't remember it. I feel like they don't do a thing for your goalie because you can't notice a difference in game. And if you do, I swear it's mental. But thanks for watching, guys. I know there's probably some holes in that. Feel free to point them out. But make sure you're going to bring a lot of proof because I'll argue this to the death that it still doesn't do anything. But thanks for watching, guys. See you later.